This program contains language that may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Apparently sepia tones are in. I'm always wanting to follow the latest fashion. And I'm doing a 50 things video because I like bandwagons. I've played Adolf Hitler in a play. I've crossed the Andes 4 times, twice on a bus and twice on a plane. I've been on the second ever ornithological expedition above the tree line in the Andes. At least that's what my friend the ornithologist told me. I've gotten lost driving in more places than I care to think about. I've climbed 2 mountains. I've read and thoroughly enjoyed Moby Dick. I've built a small cabin by myself with no power tools. I've steered a sailboat on the Beagle Channel. I've met the last Yagan Indian, who is also the last native speaker of the Yagan language. I've been to the capital cities of 7 countries, but not the US. I've been to 42 of the 50 US states. I've driven the entire length of Interstate 70, from Baltimore to Utah. I've taken a test on my political ideology and found that I am somewhat to the left of Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. I've had a brief, awkward conversation with the European Union ambassador to Chile, Wolfgang Plaza. I've been suspended from school for bullshit. The teacher's exact words were, "This is bullshit, you're suspended." I've stayed out until 5:30 a.m. on New Year's Day at a bar in the southernmost town in the world. I've broken into an abandoned warehouse. I've impersonated a federal agent. I've won blue ribbons at the Minnesota State Fair. I've made friends with a horse on Molokai. I've voted in every election since I turned 18. I've correctly answered a question about the Oort cloud in a televised knowledge competition. I've written a song about cheese. I've made my own cheese. I've also made my own tangerine-flavored liqueur, because liqueurs are for fags. I learned that in a movie. I've stolen a gerbil from a friend. That's actually kind of a funny story. I'll have to tell it to you sometime. I've parallel parked a semi-truck. It's not as hard as it sounds. I've made a video about the economic situation in Zimbabwe while not eating Peeps or toilet paper. I never uploaded it because it kind of sucked. I've listened to a live bluegrass band at an Italian restaurant while learning to swear in Hindi. Top that, behenchod. I can swear in 5 languages: English, Spanish, German, Hindi, and Latin. Oete fututure te saluto. I've drunk a bottle of aquavit that was older than I was. Not all at once, of course. I've submitted a short story to a science fiction magazine. I've had a short story rejected by a science fiction magazine. I chopped down a tree with an axe, just for the hell of it. It was already dead. I wouldn't just kill a live tree for no reason. That would be evil. I've poked a live raccoon with a stick. I've owned my own business. I've fired myself from my own business. I've drunk tea made with coca leaves. I've thanked a member of the armed forces for his service. I've been a pallbearer at 2 family funerals. I've converted a theist to atheism. I've hugged a tree. I've been inside a hollow tree. I've wandered around the city of Santiago de Chile looking for Pablo Neruda's house. I found Pablo Neruda's house. I've translated a short story by Gabriel Garcia Marquez into English. I've gone to a Quaker meeting. I've lain on the dock at night and stared at the stars for hours. I've built a bridge out of logs with only a hatchet, a hammer, some nails, and a rather inept English boy. And I made a 50 things video when I could only think of 49 things. But I guess that makes 50 things there.